Our first alert severe weather day continues as we are still tracking some pretty intense thunderstorms sweeping through the area tonight. We'll break it all down hour by hour coming up.
Dozens of viewers are submitting photos of storm damage. We'll show you the damage we found in Laurel County.
He will not allow any other horse pass him.
A perfect ending to the Kentucky Derby for unbeaten Nyquist.
WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
What a stormy night. Thanks for staying up with WKYT. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Showers and storms have been rolling across the region tonight. Our First Alert Severe Weather Day continues, and that is why we begin with WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
We are tracking those thunderstorms still sweeping through central and all the way out into eastern Kentucky here tonight. A lot of this going over the same real estate, picking up some decent amounts of rainfall as well. It's been steady for you. Once it got going, it just kept going. Severe thunderstorm watch being peeled back left and right. As far as the main area of concern, it's even north of the watch itself. So if you are in the watched area, you might not have as much to be concerned with as we progress through the overnight. But back here at home, a little bit more because we still have some rainfall. Now, this is just general rain. Not hearing any thunder off in the distance. If you're in Frankfort, you get down into parts of Lawrenceburg there. You get into Versailles. Well, how about Lexington? Even the lightning starting to disappear from our skies as well. Still seeing a little flash or two over the past 15 minutes in the eastern sections of the county going over into Clark County. We progress toward the south into Richmond, and you can see that we're still covered up with just rain. But anywhere you look here, from Harrodsburg, Nicholasville, all around, we're not tracking any of that lightning associated with them. Now, a little more exists out ahead of this into parts of eastern Kentucky, so these are remaining a little more intense. But overall, the intense level is starting to come down as we progress through the rest of the overnight. Still some gusty showers and plenty of rain to work through the area. I will track it out of here hour by hour coming up.
We are getting several reports of damage from storms in southern Kentucky. We received this photo from a viewer in Rockcastle County. She says a tree fell onto a family member's home near Conway. We've also received several pictures from viewers in Laurel County. WKYT's Caitlin Sentner is in London with a look at the damage.
We're just off exit 41 in Laurel County, and it's weird looking around. A lot of people are out and about, but power is out at many businesses along this stretch of roadway. Storm damage has the town talking. Dozens of viewers are sending in photos of damage after storms swept through the area. Many of those photos coming in are from just off the exit. According to Laurel County Emergency Management, damage is spread throughout the county, saying downtown got some of it. There are some trees down, restaurant signs missing, but emergency management doesn't consider the damage to be significant. Thousands of Jackson Energy customers lost power Saturday evening.
I was headed to home, and it was real dark, and then I seen behind the store at Circle K, and it looked like a funnel cloud, and I got kind of worried, and I just parked the vehicle, and I went in Circle K, and I turned around and looked, and Cumberland Valley, I seen 2 trees just fall.
There's power out over here. Waffle House behind here has got a pole bent over, and then it took a barn down Eddie's Auto Sale down that way. It destroyed that, threw it onto a house and everything.
Many seem to be surprised that the storm came and went so quickly. In Laurel County, Caitlin Sentner, WKYT.
Jackson Energy says more than 3,500 customers are without power right now. 1,500 of them are in Laurel County. 1 down, 2 to go. The first leg of the Triple Crown is in the books, and unbeaten Nyquist won the Kentucky Derby tonight. WKYT's Rob Bromley is at Churchill Downs.
Nyquist had been so impressive, winning every race he had won, including the Florida Derby 5 weeks ago. In his biggest race yet, once again, he was impressive.
He will not allow any other horse pass him. You know, he's the kind of horse that always have something left for whatever comes him late, you know. So he was able to win by 5 lengths. He's been able to win by a nose. So that's how I get so much confidence from him, because, you know, if anybody comes late, I know he will have something to respond to that.
This guy right here, how does he handle that pressure? We were all like so nervous. We were all saying, thank God we're not riding them. We would have fell off them before we got in the gate. But the way Mario, he's got ice in his veins, and he's the guy who wanted the free throw line at the end of the game, and just got to thank Mario big time.
Could we see what we saw last year? Another run at the Triple Crown. Nyquist is the first undefeated Derby champion since Marty Jones in 2004. At Churchill Downs, Rob Bromley, WKYT.
Thousands across the Bluegrass celebrated Derby Day in Kentucky. Keeneland hosted its annual Derby party. Fans packed the paddock, and for the first time ever, the popular tailgating spot, The Hill, to watch the Derby. Some say Keeneland is just as good as Churchill.
It's so hard to get in, hard to get out. I mean, the people who work here are so nice to you. I mean, they are super friendly. I mean, and it's beautiful.
We wanted to go to Louisville, but we didn't want to fight the crowds, so we decided to come here instead.
Just up the road in Frankfort, a big crowd showed up for the governor's downtown Derby celebration. There was food, music, and horse races for the kids. Governor Matt Bevin stopped by before heading out to Churchill Downs. State police are investigating a serious crash in eastern Kentucky. Around 8:45 this morning on Middle Fork Road, police say 24-year-old Letitia Hutchinson from Sandy Hook lost control of her car and slid into a field. Crews airlifted Hutchinson to a hospital in Huntington, West Virginia. She is listed in stable condition. 3 people went to the hospital this afternoon after several cars crashed on I-75 in Lexington. Police say around noon today, 5 cars wrecked on I-75 near the I-64 split. A 6th car, they say, crashed into the pileup. Police say 2 people have serious injuries. A 3rd went to the hospital in critical condition.
Each accident's its own. We'll just have to let the accident recreation unit find out what occurred.
Crews are still trying to figure out what led up to that crash. All 3 lanes of the interstate are back open. Lexington police say 1 man had to go to the hospital after a shooting. Police found a man with a gunshot wound near Ohio and 5th Streets today. They say someone shot him in his right hand. Police tell us the victim was not cooperating with them and they are still trying to get information from him. Police in Mercer County are looking for a man they say attacked an officer. The Bergen police chief says last night officers found Robert David Moody walking naked down a street. When they tried to arrest him, the chief says Moody fought them off and ran away. Today, the chief says he went to Moody's home and tried to arrest him. He says Moody grabbed his pepper spray and sprayed the chief with it. The chief told us a woman in a silver 4-door car with temporary tags picked him up before they could catch him. A Jackson County man is facing several child pornography charges. 29-year-old David Ledford faces 10 counts of distribution and 20 counts of possession of matter portraying a sex performance by a minor. State police say Ledford shared online several images of children in sexual acts. His arrest stems from an undercover Internet Crimes Against Children investigation. An Estill County high school group helped an animal shelter today. This week, the shelter took in 39 dogs crews rescued from a hoarding case in Jackson County. The high school's Spanish Community Club helped the shelter get some of those dogs adopted today. They put on a pet fashion show. They started planning the event months ago. And with their recent intake, shelter leaders say the show happened at a perfect time.
It's really cool because we get to help all these animals and all of their owners, and it's really ironic about the case that happened this morning, and it's great, and I hope that hopefully we can help them too, and some people will go up there and adopt some of those animals.
The adoption fee today was only $25. It covered the first set of vaccinations. The club said they would pay for the second set for any animals adopted. Still to come on WKYT, Big Bertha's days are numbered. The countdown is on for Rupp renovations.
At Frank Shoup, we use market-based pricing, which means we scan literally hundreds of other dealers' websites and then price our inventory below other stores.
No inflated prices here. You get the best price right up front at Frank Shoup in Georgetown.
This new Sonic lemonade's great, huh? Strawberry, blue raspberry.
I can't believe they set that lemonade stand up right across the street.
Who is?
Oh, she saw me. Great.
Why does that matter?
Because I'm scoping out the competition for Sonic.
Those cute little kids selling lemonade. What's the big deal?
Real cute until they take your lemonade stand by force.
That was your lemonade stand?
Yeah, feels like yesterday they did it.
When did it happen?
Yesterday.
Iced or frozen, our ultimate lemonades can't be beat. Also, get half-price shakes after 8 p.m. and a free slush when you download the new Sonic app.
Lexington Overstock Warehouse is open this weekend only for our big weekend warehouse sale. Get quality furniture and mattresses at incredibly low prices. Queen bed $177, Restonic queen mattress and box $288. Go to LexingtonOverstockWarehouse.com for more details.
Today, people will leave for work, school, or just to have fun. Before the day is over, an accident will change their lives forever. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For almost 30 years, we've represented families at their time of need. Our job is to try and put lives back together, to bring justice. Pain and suffering, lost wages, medical bills are real. Sometimes these injuries can last a lifetime. A lifetime is a long time. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Deciding which ice cream to choose, you should know that homemade brand ice cream is crafted with only the best ingredients from our family recipes by a passionate group of ice cream makers in Cincinnati, Ohio. Look on the bottom of any carton and you'll see one of their names. That's called pride in what you do, and it makes all the difference. Homemade brand ice cream by United Dairy Farmers, made with more.
When big news breaks, be the first to know. Download the WKYT News app and turn on push alerts. Breaking news at your fingertips when you need to know what's going on. Push alerts, now available on the WKYT News app.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know. Frank Shoot, Frank Shoot, Frank Shoot, Shoot.
Shop Frank Shoop in Georgetown for your next vehicle.
Bring on the competition. Frank Shoot is gonna set the pace.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you. WKYT.
Tracking showers and thunderstorms through the area tonight. Been very steady and an action-packed day. Once it got going, it just kept coming at us, and that's what we have out there tonight. Essentially a line from now just into parts of Jefferson County, just barely crossing over the border, and then it stretches all the way out into eastern Kentucky tonight with this latest round of showers and thunderstorms. An area that was in the severe thunderstorm watch, really not seeing the impacts of it fully and completely at this moment. I can show you with our 3D version of the radar where the thunderstorms are a little more intense and where they are not. This general batch of rain that's even coming down here in Lexington and stretches all the way down into Rockcastle County, not that bad. But some of those thunderstorms on the northern flank of this, up around the Mount Sterling area and then pushing into northern parts of Kentucky, have a little more bite to them. But you see the watch is here. So this area, you're just about out of the woods, especially Wayne and McRae County. You're in pretty good shape here. Overall, the watch should disappear long before 2 a.m. Just a heads up. Frankfort into Lawrenceburg, Versailles, you're all tracking good, steady, heavy rain again tonight, right along Interstate 64. So if you know someone that's maybe traveling back from Louisville, they hung around for a little while. Well, they're going to be running through some rain for an extended period of time all the way into Lexington, or maybe they're going somewhere else. Well, you're going to run into it for a while, as long as they're on 64, even if they head a little ways toward the east. To Richmond, you're also tracking that rain and along 75 down to Berea, too. You can see some of the heavier stuff. This is where we see a little lightning. This area has a little more bite to it, into Menifee County. You get up to Owensville, Mount Sterling, all seeing some of that lightning and the thunder, so you've got the full effect going on, at least for a little while longer, and then out into eastern Kentucky into parts of Breathitt and Magoffin County. More heavy rain, lightning, thunder, get the normal stuff showing up tonight. But again, that's the more intense area, and a lot of that's falling apart. Most of the storm reports coming in were well off to our west, but you do see a little mix of them showing up across parts of southern and eastern Kentucky. We had the one coming in from Rockcastle County had some damage there, and then you had near 50-mile-per-hour wind gust with a non-severe thunderstorm that passed through there, and then it became severe a little bit later. But generally some pretty intense stuff working its way through there. Here's the wrap-up of the rain with the hour-by-hour forecast. We're at 1 o'clock in the morning, clearing out of here and gone, and just general showers after that. And I think we might have those even into the early morning hours. So the rain threat's not completely gone, but it's going to become a whole lot lighter out there as we get into the early morning hours. And even tomorrow we'll have some lingering showers hanging around the area, and then it just stays active from there, Kristen?
All week long, it looks like it stays active.
All week long. And the problem is we might run into a few more chances of severe storms.
Thank you, Jim. Big Bertha is in her final days at Rupp Arena. The sound system in the center of Rupp will be used for the last time at UK's graduation ceremonies tomorrow. Monday, May 9th, the system comes down in preparation for the installation of a new scoreboard. Crews will install a new sound system by the start of UK's 2017-2018 basketball season. The renovations are part of a $15 million technology upgrade. Kentucky Derby 142 goes to the favorite, Nyquist. WK has that race and much more coming up next on Game Time.
Rural hospitals closing. Medical help getting farther and farther away.
You might be over here and get a call that you need to be over here. And what happens in those certain situations?
We go. It's just going to take us a while.
Learn how one Kentucky city has taken to the skies to help its citizens.
We generally cover area in about 80-mile radius. We generally get called out to the sickest of the sick patients.
Rural healthcare takes flight. Monday at 6 on WKYT.
Hi, I'm Rob Hunley with Back Construction. You know you can trust Back Construction for all your home remodeling, roofing, and handyman needs. But did you also know you can trust Back Construction for your window and door replacements? Give us a call today if you need new windows and doors. Back Construction is a local Pella certified contractor, and we will provide you the kind of service and quality that you expect. After all, at Back Construction, we build it back better.
My dad always said God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, to listen twice as much as you talk if you want to get things done. I moved my office from the top floor to the first floor when I was elected mayor to hear people's ideas. I took their ideas and cut waste, turned a deficit into a surplus, and helped create thousands of jobs. I'm Jim Gray, and I approve this message because both parties have good ideas. It just takes someone to listen.
Want to make a difference in the fight against our community's #1 killer, heart disease? Join UK Healthcare and the American Heart Association at the Central Kentucky Heart Walk on Saturday, May 14th at Keeneland Raceway. You'll walk with thousands of your friends and neighbors and help change the impact of cardiovascular disease. Learn about healthy living at the Health and Vendor Fair and honor heart and stroke survivors. Registration begins at 8 a.m. For more information, log on to heart.org/CentralKY Walk or call 859-317-6885.
It's time to wake up. You've got things to do, mouths to feed, work to get done. It's another Kentucky morning, and Kentucky mornings start here.
Good morning, I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith.
You don't have time to waste, so we don't waste your time. Simple as that. Breaking and overnight news, weather to plan your day, plus traffic you can take with you. Make WKYT This Morning part of your Kentucky morning. Weekdays from 4:30 to 7 on WKYT.
Coming up tonight on The Big Show, once again, a favorite wins the race to the wire at the Kentucky Derby. What's next for Nyquist? The Kentucky Batcats look to even up a series against South Carolina.
This is a no-doubter.
And the UK softball team picked up a big win in the most unusual way.
Oh, no, here's your ball game. Oh, my goodness.
That's all next on Game Time. We waited 37 years for a Triple Crown winner. American Pharoah gave us just that last year, and now, of course, we want to see it again. 20 horses going to post in today's Kentucky Derby 142. Only one would have a chance at that elusive Triple Crown when it was all over. Nyquist was the morning line favorite to win the Roses, but would he live up to those lofty expectations?
And they're into the stretch, and it's Nyquist. Nyquist has taken the lead on the outside. Gunrunner second at the rail. 5 lengths back to Destin in third. And they come to the final furlong. Exaggerator is closing in. Nyquist to catch with a 16th to go. Gunrunner, Exaggerator on the outside. Nyquist and Exaggerator, they're coming to the line together. And Nyquist is still unbeaten. He has won the Kentucky Derby. Exaggerator was second, and then a photo for third among sudden breaking news.
Nyquist becomes just the 8th undefeated horse to win the Run for the Roses, paying out $660, $480, and $360. Exaggerator was second, followed by Gun Runner. Rob Bromley begins our post-race coverage from Louisville.
Make it 4 years in a row. The favorite has won the Kentucky Derby. Nyquist following after Orb, California Chrome, and American Pharoah. Jockey Mario Gutierrez has ridden in the Derby twice. He has won both times.
I get the confidence from Nyquist. I was able to work him since he got to the track, so I know him a lot, and I trust him, and then I believe he trusts me as well.
The son of Uncle Mo went off at 2-1. Gutierrez, along with trainer Doug O'Neill and owner Paul Redham, won with I'll Have Another back in 2012.
You know, I think as I've gotten longer in the tooth, I've realized that a really good horse, you could train him like 100 different ways. And as long as you surround him with people that serve them right and take good care of them, it's hard to really screw them up.
Obviously, you feed off your trainer, and Doug has trained for us for, I guess, 12 years now, and so we've kind of been able to read O'Neill language, and you could tell the horse was really doing everything absolutely perfectly, and to win this race, you have to have a lot of things go right, and they were all going right.
There were those who thought this race was wide open, but they came up short on a fast track at Churchill Downs. For more on that, we turn to Dick Gabriel.
After the Run for the Roses, some of the connections to the horses that finished up the track were trying to figure out just what went wrong.
Those are two awesome horses, and you got to give all respect to Nyquist. It was a hell of a performance, and if I have to run second to anybody, I'll take that horse.
Perfect to the 3.5. I got stopped cold.
I mean, look, we got the right setup. It went very fast on the front end. The race just didn't back up despite the fast pace. We saw that a lot today, and that's how it went in the Derby.
It was a fun race, and it's fun to watch everyone. It got through nice, and everybody had a good trip. You know, the best horse win the race.
Yeah, I thought they went awfully fast up front. I thought they would go kind of fast, but I didn't know it'd be that fast. And you know, I thought Nyquist would fight a little further for the lead. I didn't think anybody could clear him, and he impressed me in the fact that he let him clear him and it didn't bother him, and he'll be better for it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought my horse had a great trip. You know, congratulations to Nyquist, Team O'Neill, and we were right in the right spot where we wanted to be. Just got outrun from the quarter pole to the wire. No excuse.
I just got some good news, and they're running a Derby again next year. And you know who's going to be here, right? I do indeed. In just 2 or 3 days, we'll find out which of these colts may challenge Nyquist in the Preakness and which may wait and try the Belmont. From Churchill Downs in Louisville, Dick Gabriel for WKYT Game Time.
All right, thank you guys. Fun to watch. Well, Kentucky baseball was looking to even up a series with South Carolina this evening, and the Wildcats softball team won on one of the most unlikely scenarios. You'll see it next on Game Time.
WKYT's Game Time is brought to you by Frank Shoup, Chevy, Buick, Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge, and by Cardinal, Chevy, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac.
At Frank Shoup, we use market-based pricing, which means we scan literally hundreds of other dealers' websites and then price our inventory below other stores.
No inflated prices here. You get the best price right up front at Frank Shoup in Georgetown.
Every time a biker mounts up, he puts his life on the line. It's usually the careless driver that causes the accident.
A lot of lawyers say that they'll handle your motorcycle case. Why not trust yours to someone who rides?
If you have been injured on your bike as a result of a careless driver, call Scott Foster and schedule your free consultation today.
Jimmy Nash Homes is known for the beautiful community of Patch and Wilkes in the reserve at Greenbrier, an estate community in the midst of beautiful horse farms with luscious green space. And we're excited about Andover Club Villas, luxury country club living at its best, and our first ever Jessamine County exclusive community, the Oaks at Cave Springs, soon to be one of Central Kentucky's most stunning neighborhoods. All of our homes in all 4 communities feature Anderson Windows and Doors, the most trusted name in windows and doors.
Your dream home starts here with us. We have something for everyone.
So come and see us.
Eliminate painting chores and have the best looking house on the block. Let us install the ultimate wall system on your home. No more painting. Give your home an energy upgrade and take advantage of our Off to the Races sale. Save up to 20% on new insulated siding. Ask about zero down and zero interest options for 12 months. Act now and receive a $500 discount certificate good towards your next purchase. Call now for special savings during our Off to the Races sale.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know. Frank Shoop, Frank Shoop, Frank Shoop, Shoop.
Shop Frank Shoop in Georgetown for your next vehicle.
Bring on the competition. Frank Shoop is gonna set the pace.
Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $150 million. UK baseball looking to bounce back in Game 2 against South Carolina tonight and avoid a 5th straight series loss. No easy task against the second-ranked team in the country. Scoreless in the second with one aboard for Dorian Hairston. And what's up, Doc? He singles through the right side. That'll score Luke Becker. It's 1-0 Wildcats. Same inning, 2 on for Cole Cottom, and he places this ball into the outfield. Right between two Gamecocks, 2 more will come in to score, and the Wildcats are cooking, up 3-0. We move to the 7th inning. It's now 4-0. Tristan Pompey, wait for it, gone. He's swinging for the parking lot. That one's going to leave a mark on a car out there, going to claim some hail damage. Wildcats never look back from there. Dustin Beggs pitches Kentucky to a series-evening win, a complete game, 6-0 shutout. Kentucky softball looking to win its final series of the regular season against Mississippi State. The Bulldogs with the bases loaded in the 3rd. This ball hit back up the middle, scooped up by Christian Stokes. She gets the runner at first to end the threat. State leaves 7 runners on base through the first 3 innings. This game would go to extras, scoreless in the 8th with the runner on second. Our Dave Baker and Brian Milam had the call of the improbable finish.
Oh, no, here's your ball game. Oh, my goodness.
And it's over. Oh, my gosh.
Holy cow, miscommunication on the throw from the catcher.
Holy cow, the Bulldogs catcher just sails the ball into the center field. As Joel said, it's like Little League all over again. The speedy Silver Samuel rounds 3rd in stride and comes home for the winning run on senior day. 1-0 Kentucky wins in extra innings to clinch the series. They will play for the sweep on Sunday. The Reds hosting 3 straight Star Wars-themed nights at Great American Ballpark. And last night, well, the Force was with the boys in red. Well, the Reds trying to put together a 4-game winning streak tonight. Not sure if that guy got any playing time. He should have, probably. The Brew Crew, well, they're pitching and the Reds are hitting. Up 3-0 in the 3rd. Brandon Phillips takes this ball over the wall and left. It's a solo home run. Phillips' 4th straight game that he's homered in. And the Force was with the Reds early. Then in the 5th, runners on the corners for Joey Votto, who singles through the left side. 2 runners come in to score, including Billy Hamilton hustling around from first. 6-2 Reds, but the Brew Crew would tie it up 6-6 in the 10th, and with the bases loaded, Aaron Hill puts 4 runs on the board with 1 swing of the bat. Aaron Hill is your father. Grand slam, 10-6, and it got ugly from there. Brewers win 13-7. Former Wildcat Carl Towns was in town this past week. He spoke with us about an outstanding rookie season. That's next.
When you're in pain, nothing matters more than finding relief. Our strategy at the Pain Treatment Center of the Bluegrass is to provide an aggressive, cost-effective, multidisciplinary approach to reduce pain, restore function, and improve your quality of life. As the largest freestanding pain treatment facility in the Bluegrass, we provide extended care through our affiliated Joint Commission accredited surgery center, in-house imaging suite and lab, and our behavioral medicine specialists who address the emotional and psychological aspects of pain. Call for an appointment.
The new Royal Blizzard is a blizzard breakthrough. But what's the science behind the fudge suspended inside? Let's begin. Cross-teleportation. Uh-oh. Centrifugal force?
It's not working.
Liquid nitrogen? Lasers?
Guys, I actually fill the blizzard with fudge.
Science! Experience the all-new Royal Blizzard lineup, like the Royal Oreo filled with a vortex of creamy fudge for a blizzard breakthrough. This is fan food, not fast food.
Join me at Luna Fest, a celebration of films by, for, and about women, locally presented by Raymond James and Associates of Lexington on Thursday, May 12th at the Kentucky Theater. This year's films feature stories of reflection and hope from around the world. Luna Fest is a wonderful evening out with friends, and tickets make the perfect Mother's Day gift. Proceeds benefit survivors of intimate partner abuse and breast cancer. Learn more and purchase your tickets at greenhouse17.org.
When severe storms roll in, we go to work to keep you and your family safe by calling a First Alert Severe Weather Day. Keeping you on top of the storms with continuous coverage on air, on WKYT.com, and wherever you are with our news and weather apps. Plus an experienced weather team ready to alert you when you need to get out of harm's way. Keeping you safe this severe weather season, that's what we stand for. First Alert Severe Weather Days, only on WKYT.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for making WKYT the most watched news at 10 a.m. and at noon.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the most watched news at 4 and 4:30.
Thank you.
Thank you. And again at 5, 5:30, 6, and 11. Thank you for making WKYT the most watched station in the Bluegrass and beyond. WKYT stands for Kentucky.
Thank you, guys. We love you.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on Mix 94.5.
Karl Towns just wrapped up his first NBA season with the Minnesota Timberwolves. The former Wildcat has a chance to be the unanimous Rookie of the Year when the postseason awards are given out. Towns was the top overall pick in last year's draft and had lofty expectations placed on him from the moment that he stepped on the NBA court. And just like he did at UK, well, the Big Cat was as good as advertised. He told me last week that his one season as a Wildcat prepared him for the next level.
I was just blessed to have such a great coaching staff here at the University of Kentucky, but also just have great trainers and great parents, a great support system, and be drafted to such a great organization, the Minnesota Timberwolves, where my ability just to come in and get the groove of the NBA very quickly. That's thanks to the coaching staff and the organization for easing me into everything. And I think at the end of the day, also, it's just 1 year. I got a whole another year to prove myself. And then years after that to prove myself. So, every year is a chance to prove to other people that I deserve to be in this league.
NBA playoffs, Patrick Patterson and the Toronto Raptors meeting up with the Miami Heat in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Patterson hits the three just before the half. Then in the second half, Patterson ends a 13-0 Heat run with a bucket and the foul. The former Cat had 9 points. Raptors would close it out late. Kyle Lowry's jumper with 30 seconds to go. That put Toronto up by 3, and the Raptors go up 2-1 in the series with a 95-91 win. And in the Western Conference, the Trailblazers take down the Golden State Warriors 120-108. Golden State leads that series 2-1. That does it for this edition of Game Time. Good night, Kentucky.